Well, hey there. It's your old buddy Dan back from Beach Church with another message. First of all, I want to thank the good people at Beach Church for allowing us to stand on this platform to deliver these words, especially Pastor Jimmy, who does such a great job of leading that body. We just thank all of y'all for all that you do. Well, today we're in the second book of Chronicles, chapters 28 through 30. After reviewing today's passage, I would be remiss not to start out with a verse recorded earlier in Second Chronicles, chapter 7, verse 14. If my people, who are called by my name, will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven and I will forgive their sin and will heal their land. As we pick up in chapter 28, however, King Ahaz succeeds Jotham. Scripture is quick to say that Ahaz did not do what was right in the eyes of the Lord. Ahaz was an idolater, not for nothing, but when Jesus would be asked what the greatest commandment is in the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 22, verse 37, he instructs, love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind. This, Jesus said, is the first and greatest commandment. In chapter 28, verse 2, however, we're told that Ahaz followed the ways of the kings of Israel and also made idols for worshiping the Baals. In the very next verse, Scripture reveals that Ahaz even sacrificed his own children in the fire, engaging in the detestable practices of the nations the Lord had driven out before the Israelites. Given the indifference Ahaz seems to have for the Lord, the Father delivered him into the hands of his enemies, which even included the men of Israel to the north. Fortunately, the prophet Oded was there to talk those Israelites down from the ledge, pointing out that they had slaughtered their brothers and sisters, quote unquote, in a rage that reaches to heaven. In the end, the men to the north treated the prisoners from Judah with mercy and sent them on their way. But the Lord wasn't done with Ahaz. The attacks would continue. As they did, Scripture records, King Ahaz became even more unfaithful to the Lord. He offered sacrifices to the gods of Damascus, who had defeated him, for he thought, since the gods of the kings of Aram have helped them, I will sacrifice to them so they will help me. Scripture tells us that this decision was his downfall and the downfall of all Israel. Mercifully, Hezekiah would succeed Ahaz, bringing reform to Judah. Hezekiah reestablished the Levitical priesthood, making a covenant with the Lord. He made certain that the temple was purified. Sin offerings were made for the kingdom, for the sanctuary, and for Judah. Judah again worshipped the Lord. When the time came to celebrate the Passover, messengers were sent out to the people, encouraging them to assemble for the celebration. As we see of this type of evangelism, even today, many of the people mocked them. Only some took their message to heart. All a foreshadowing of Jesus' call in his Sermon on the Mount when he told the crowds, wide is the gate and broad is the road that leads to destruction, and many enter through it. But small is the gate and narrow the road that leads to life, and only a few find it. Don't get me wrong. The people who showed up were flawed, some likely broken by the decisions of Ahaz. Scripture records, many in the crowd had not consecrated themselves. Further, verses 18 and 19 read in part, although many had not purified themselves, they ate the Passover, contrary to what was written. But Hezekiah prayed for them, saying, may the Lord, who is good, pardon everyone who sets their heart on seeking God, the Lord, the God of their ancestors, even if they are not clean according to the rules of the sanctuary. How did the Father respond? Verse 20 tells us the Lord heard Hezekiah and healed the people. Imagine the Lord's ministry to the lost in this moment. As we will see in the book of Hosea, chapter 6, verse 6, the Father reveals to the prophet, I desire mercy, not sacrifice. So heartfelt was the celebration in Judah that it would be extended for an additional week. Chapter 30 concludes, there was great joy in Jerusalem, for since the days of Solomon, son of David, king of Israel, there had been nothing like this in Jerusalem. The priests and Levites stood to bless the people, and God heard them, for their prayer reached heaven, his holy dwelling place. Let us, as a nation, turn back to God the way this remnant in Judah did, so that the Father might hear from heaven and forgive our sin and will heal our land. Well, that's all there is for today. I do appreciate the time and attention you give us to watch these videos. I pray this